This Sportz Blitz podcast is brought to you by LMG. Grow your business through logo design, paper products, and video production. Visit leemarketing.net to learn more.
Welcome back into Sportz Blitz Live. Luke Robinson with you. Joined now by Linc Hand, who is a Birmingham native, and he's going to be one of the stars of the new movie about Jackie Robinson's life, 42. I know you've heard about it. Everybody's talking about it, and it's getting rave reviews right now. Linc, thanks so much for being with us.
Hey, thank you for inviting me, sir. I appreciate it.
You know, Linc, I was looking down your resume on your website, and I believe it's www.linkhand.com, and you're in this new movie, 42, but you've been on Southland, which is a very popular drama, the new 90210, Justified, CSI, True Blood. You've been in a lot of hit shows. What's it like?
It's a dream come true. It's very cliche to say. I mean, you know, it's a stupid actor answer, but it's the truth. I moved out here chasing a dream, and when you get a chance to start working, every day you kind of have to pinch yourself. You're like, wait, am I really here doing what I want to do? And I'm still trying to process all that's going on. And I don't know if I'm doing a really good job of it because I walk around half the time with just like a goofy look on my face. Like I really don't understand how it's happening or why it's happening, but I'm just trying to enjoy it.
Well, in this new movie, 42, you play Frank Ostermuller, who I believe was with the Pittsburgh Pirates, had a pretty infamous run-in with Jackie Robinson at the plate one time. Why don't you talk a little bit about the role and why this is a part of the movie?
Well, it was, you know, it's the physical showdown is basically what it is. And for me, it was, you know, we trained for 2 months before we started shooting for it to be baseball specific and learn how to be major league ball players. So put a lot of time and effort into making sure my pitching mechanics were right and that it looked like a real ball player when it was time to shoot. And for me, I was proud. I stopped playing baseball when I was like 12 years old. So I was proud with the coaches that I got my fastball up into the high 80s by the time we were done with training in 2 months. So that was just, as a guy, that was kind of cool for me. And, you know, getting to shoot on Rickwood Field in my hometown where I'm from was very surreal. And for it to be a part of such a gigantic story, such an important story, and to be a pivotal part in that story, it's one of those things I'm not smart enough to describe how good it feels to be able to tell a story like that.
Well, you're a Corner High School alum, class of 98, and you went to University of North Alabama for a while. Did your being from Alabama have anything to do with getting this role? Because, as you mentioned, they did film a lot of this story at Rickwood Field.
Me being from Alabama had nothing to do with me getting part. It was just once I got it, they found out I was from there. Hey, you know, we're actually going to shoot some of the stuff in Alabama. And I started laughing. I was like, don't kid with me. My first big studio film out of the gate, you're going to tell me we're going to go to my hometown? And it turns out we did. So it was crazy.
That really is. That's a very fortuitous draw. There's no doubt about it. And that had to be a lot of fun for you. Did your research for the movie change your perception about Jackie Robinson in terms of his historical significance?
It's one of those things, like growing up, you hear the stories and you kind of have what you think is an idea of what that would be like. And then lucky enough that I got this part and got to dive into the script, and I really dove into the history. And you get blown away by what it was like. And you get such a stronger appreciation for what he went through and the struggles. And it makes it harder for me to watch the film now, just knowing those battles, if that makes any sense. It's, you know, until you until you experience something like that, which, none of us have. It's, you think, oh yeah, I can sympathize. But being a part of this, you realize, like, wow, you have no concept of what that man had to go through and how strong he had to be to go through that fight the way he did.
So far, the movie's gotten rave reviews. Do you feel like this could propel you to some pretty meaty roles here very soon?
Things have been crazy. From your, that's always the hope is after you do a job that you do a job well enough that someone else wants to hire you. And lucky for me right now, there's people calling and there's opportunities that are presenting themselves, and so I just always want to be able to tell stories and do good work, and so I'm hoping that that the trend continues.
Taking the pay scale out of the equation, do you prefer doing television work or movie work?
If I could pick and choose, I would love, doing both is phenomenal. But if, films, the great thing about film is you get to dive into a character for however long you're shooting, whether it's a couple weeks or 3 to 6 months, you're focused just on that character. And then when it's over, you're done. Then you can go and challenge yourself with something new, which is always exciting and fresh and keeps you going. Now, with television, you get to really peel back layers in a character, if the show goes long enough, and really dive into it. So both are very positive. So it's kind of hard to, how do you pick between cash or credit? It's hard to choose. But I've always, my first love, I guess if I had to choose one, would be film.
And you have a recurring role on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Talk a little bit about that as well.
Well, my day job for the last almost 5 years has been the audience producer for Jimmy Kimmel Live. And while I was, trying to get my acting career going, and now that it's picking up, I've started doing a lot of skits on Jimmy Kimmel Live, which has been so much fun because the writers of that show are so smart, so good, and Jimmy is so great, and they're so kind to let me, since things have kind of picked up, they let me go work and shoot on a TV show or a film, and they're kind enough to let me come back to my job and still work while I'm still, chasing my dreams and pursuing things. It's really been the best of both worlds.
That sounds like a lot of fun, and I know you're living your dream, like you said, but your roots are here in Alabama. How often do you get back outside of your last visit to shoot this film?
Unfortunately, with work and everything, I only get to come back normally once a year. That's usually during Christmas time.
And I read somewhere that you also have a scholarship set up for other students at Corner High School, an acting scholarship. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we gave out the first one this year, actually. And basically what it is, it's a scholarship that we created to help kids in the arts that are in the South, that if they want to pursue, whether it's in front of the camera, behind the camera, just an extra helping hand to help a kid that wants to pursue the arts. Because in the South, it's not really known for film, for that type of media, and a lot of times kids have those dreams, but there's no real access to it. Like if you grew up in L.A. or New York, where it's just that's a normal thing. So just trying to help the dreamers out there have an opportunity and give them a little extra, maybe courage to give it a shot and go for it.
Well, and finally, being an Alabama native, you have to pick one. Are you Roll Tide or War Eagle?
I am Roll Tide, sir.
That's a good thing. Then maybe, again, you can head over to Pasadena 2014, hopefully Alabama will be playing in the Rose Bowl again for another national championship.
Well, the way I plan on it, I've already got my tickets, so I'm ready to go.
Have you been to any of the other games, and if any of your cohorts or maybe any of the other folks that you work with, have they talked to you any about Alabama and how well they've done lately and how well the state of Alabama has done in general, winning the last 4 national championships?
Oh, it's a very good running joke right now when people find out I'm from Alabama, and if they're into sports at all, it's the best thing to kind of be able to light them up. Like, oh, where'd you go to school at? Yeah, okay, it's too bad. That's too bad. And so it's just a fun way just to kind of rib your coworkers. It's nice. They're like, one of these days it's going to tail off. I'm like, not anytime soon. So just can't pack your bags, camp out for a little while, and I'm going to gloat for a few more years, and it's going to be good.
Yeah, I think you're going to be okay for the next few years, Linc. I think you're going to be okay. Well, listen, you're going to be okay no matter how the Crimson Tide or the Auburn Tigers do, because you seem to be on a really great career path, and we really appreciate your being with us. Can't wait to go see the film. Heard so many good things about it, and we hope to have you on again when you're the superstar headlining a Spielberg event, okay?
Please, I would love to come back. Thank you so much for the invite, and I really do, I am a little biased, but I really do believe you're going to really enjoy the film. It's so well done. You had those chicken skin moments, and it's a great movie for the kids, for the kid and all of us, really. So, I think you'll really enjoy it.
Can't wait to see it. We're probably going to check it out this weekend, Linc, and we'll fill you in, okay?
Please do. Please do.
Thank you, buddy. We'll have you on again sometime.
Have a great one, sir. Thank you again for the invite.
That was Linc Hand, one of the stars of the movie 42. We do appreciate his being with us. We'll be back in just a minute with more Sportz Blitz Live.